Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room.
Yeah.
But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw.
I need to shave.
I'm here.
It's all white, that's why you can't see it.
Why did you bring me here?
Most of it. Because I can.
Hello? Anyone here?
Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials, unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2, pencils. Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypical concept, e.g., ergo, rubber ducks and ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. See myself clearly now. So yeah, I got RTX on high with DLSS on. And I think we're pretty good. Bureau expenditures. Major staff surveillance. Data center initiative, construction, blank blank. Minor office equipment, janitorial costs, blank mode removal, HQ livability costs. For cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5. For 5-year comparison chart, see page 9.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams. Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Security order. Attention all blank. Blank, 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 a shark and his blank, although secure blank. Permission to blank following basic protocol blank. Shoot to kill blank. Good luck. Ooh. R4 reports reminder. Hello. As you all should know by now, the TPS reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Mr. Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best your admin team. No. I hear you.
Hello? Hey, excuse me.
Give me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant.
Yeah.
You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahte, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin Johan helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
I don't know. Yeah, that... Okay.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Maybe. I am unable to follow this user. What the hell, man? What the hell? My camera's... It doesn't really look that bad. But no.
Did I lose you
green.
there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
No. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Reminder, are you drafting any public-facing material? While pending any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrases to use. In the service of his or her country, regret, pride, proud will be remembered. Words to avoid. Alaska. Scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apologies, sorry. Okay. Why is this not giving me all my choices here? Hold on. Here. Yes, it is running okay now. It seems to be. Everything seems to be right where, there we go, right where it needs to be. Alright. My Stream Deck disconnected. What was I gonna do? What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. Boop. That's what I was gonna do. Just for a second. Alright, there we go. Missions. Proceed deeper into the Bureau. Jesse Faden arrives at the oldest house, the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control, to look for answers to the mysteries of her childhood. Oops. I didn't press the panic hotkey. Go away. Jeez. I need to get that boom out of the shot. Maybe if I just do that. Can you hear me okay still? If I just... Maybe if I put it right there. Yeah, it's closer, so... I just don't need this. I could do that with it. It's more out of the way. There. Now it's in the very corner. Okay, I feel better now. Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara, not a single one. Yeah, it seems to be running real good. Let's investigate.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality.
I'm just going
Now,
to go ahead and disconnect my webcam.
the service
anyway.
weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very
Get into the
powerful
game.
one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
These are the concept tattoos we see around.
The same gun.
Excuse me.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
Now I have a gun. Don't need the elements. Oh. So happy.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what?
Yeah, it is.
I'm happy. Happy to be here.
Okay, one quick second. Okay, here we go.
Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go? You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You. Oh, thank you. That was horror. Get the fuck away!
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance.
Guidance.
Reach the hotline.
I'm trying.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
That was close. Is that everybody? They killed them all. Agenda items for next executive meeting. Rising cost of AWE response, update on mold eradication efforts, upcoming annual salary review, new supplier of coffee filters to be found embedded. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. Ooh. Let's do multimedia.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Yeah. Service weapon, containment procedure, no use procedures required, description, para-utility. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to blank. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of blank. The object will determine whether blank. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the blank, though their criteria is unknown. Background: the object was discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis: blank may many forms throughout history. Blank, Mjolnir, Excalibur, Libera Nostra, all weapons that blank up their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconsciousness, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. And if this is the case, blank. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. Oh, his card, okay. Field research. Oh, geez, here, I'm sorry. Alright, let's see. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The HISS was quick to take advantage of this fact. His guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain HISS guards are protected by a shielding of dense HISS resonance capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged HISS corruption? Does the HISS mature in organic host over time? More data is needed. Did the HISS target individuals with combat training? Does the HISS have the level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file blank for the full report. The staffing director trends photographs. So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege. Ooh. I've got a weapon mod. Do I have a personal mod? No. I do not. Okay. What am I doing here? Where am I going? Go this way. What's in here? Nothing. Does he have it? Nothing.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Excuse me.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff.
Excuse me. Jeez.
If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via
Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ambre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she's turning 46. Ooh. Oops. Marshall's eyes only. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this, and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort out the fake AWEs from the real things, or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. Undefined reading.
hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss, burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Visitor evaluations. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a common, secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem blank, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then blank immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, which can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain blank, informed by our own blank, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially blank in popular culture using Blank, our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore, AWEs that only occur on blank, a pair of scissors that consume human blank, through two punctures on the blank. These details live in the minds of so many, have given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just top stories for children. They're paranatural realities waiting to happen. Yay. Thought I had him, but I didn't. Oh well, I'll get him this time. You're going down.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier.
Yeah.
The hiss, burrowing into everything in this place. Is your enemy?
Really?
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it. Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
I'll answer your questions in a minute.
Please, talk to me.
No,
We saw you deal with
I want to play with the jukebox. No. It said no, you don't.
Is it safe to come out?
Alright, I'll go talk to the chick. Where the hell is it? There it is.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie?
Yes.
Jesse Faden.
Nope.
I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Word travels fast.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown.
Full
It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even. Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long.
For so long.
But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
That wasn't good, huh?
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
This is great.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
No.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Would somebody answer the damn phone? Answer the phone!
Look, I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Let's have that one instead. Yeah, we'll use that. Materials. New mission. New record. Oh, portrait. The only person you should fail is yourself.
Thanks, Emily.
Now we got questions.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this? Got it. Thanks. So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
I'll take that. Energy boost. That's good without it. Nah. Give me all the materials. Shifted bathroom. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. Worked my ass off in this Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right for a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. Shadow. It's a shadow. Ominous. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any blank signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too quote-unquote new in the cultural blank for the oldest house to blank them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at a too fast a pace for the blank to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Blank agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. Material. Showing my age. Who played that song? Yeah, very good to go. We'll go down stairs. Come over here to the middle. locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the old house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the blink arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by blink detection of an obstructed ping using the blink within its 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or blink or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. Common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be blank. Cooperative.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Visited the Nevada accommodations at Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco, and A Plus Lodge. Accommodation $831.29, meals $714.84, gasoline $295.12, minibar $313.61. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Raleigh and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent Hines. Who always in research that performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual.
Overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. I'm with you on that.
retaliatory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Blank deaths were reported and the outgoing information has been managed. Event Response Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness AWE, which is reported to have been blank. Staff experienced sudden intense vibration and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for blank minutes, and no visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to the continental U.S. After Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. Sorry, I just smacked my microphone. I just smashed my microphone. That smashed. Fluctuation in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Green stable, yellow low possibility of unanticipated building shift, orange high likelihood of building shifts, and red frequent shifts. Oh, shift. No, I didn't. Called the police, but they never come to my house. Got a problem and y'all gotta send folk to fix it. Got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish, but it sings when you hit a button. Well, it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs. Says lots of cuss words. Devil got my house 'cause of the fish, and you gotta come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive catalog. Bureau's collection of linked mail provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connection related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. Letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information of suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. Sounds boring. Actually, I'm gonna cut it here for now, since it's a good spot to save. So, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And I'll probably be back later. If not, then tomorrow. Now that I got everything working, and we'll pick this up right here. Oh my gosh, I can't see.